Controversial topic video coming from someone who is a dog parent at most. I don't have kids of my own. I had been thinking about my own childhood and the patterns of punishment and their various levels of effectiveness, meditating on over years. This is something I think about quite often. And it came to my attention that there's a conversation worth having, potential conversation worth having. I don't necessarily, I say this in the sense of I think there is potential, and if you're a parent out there, you might agree or disagree with what I'm about to say, but I think there's potential to the conversation of, you know, how does your child feel about the punishments you're enacting? Do they feel it's unfair? Why do they feel it's unfair? Um, I think there's potential to being open to the idea that there are some things that just maybe you shouldn't ground your children from. I think there's definitely a conversation to be had about, what punishment fits what crime. There's a conversation to be had about what exactly the goal is, and asking, not expecting your kid to get it perfect, because even as adults, this is difficult to do in our relationships with our partners and our friends. Figuring out exactly, what it is that you both want. Does your kid might not completely understand what the goal is, and even if they understand what the goal is, depending on how you communicate with them and how you go about punishing them, they just might not care. Matter of fact, if you're not careful with your punishment, your kid is very likely to not care out of spite. You ground your kid from the wrong thing, you punish your kid in the wrong way, and they may not do what it is that you want them to do precisely because you punished them. And this, I want to stress this here. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that you shouldn't punish your children. I'm saying you should be precise in your punishment. As your kid matures in age and in emotion and in just overall ability to understand, you should start to communicate what your goals are, why you're punishing them, what you hope to have as an outcome of the punishment, and be somebody who's on their team. Take away their video games for a week because you want to see them do their homework, and be on their side. Be looking forward to seeing them have their homework turned in. Talk to them about how what you want to see a week from now is that they've turned in all their missing assignments. They've done what it is that they needed to do. They've gotten their grades back up. They're working towards the goals that you and hopefully you can get them to want, and you have back the things that you wanted. Have these conversations with your children. Communicate with them. Don't just try and punish until you get the result you're hoping for.